completion of Phase 1 of the city's 2D streetscape project. I'm Jill Fraley-Dodson, Executive Director of Economic Development for the City of Pikeville, and I'm so glad that you are here today to share with us in this exciting event. First of all, we want to let everyone know that there is a fantastic art exhibit upstairs that is supplied by our Pikeville Elementary School students. And we want to thank our Visual Arts Director, Paula Smith, and Paula Pugh, who is an art instructor at Pikeville Elementary School, for their students' participation and, of course, the exhibit. Also, I want to invite you to, when we're finished, to go upstairs and see the quilts that are on display from our friends at Bridget's Quilt Shop, which is right next door to the theater. And also, Rustic Roots on 2nd has a fantastic display of handcrafted items out in the lobby. I do want to welcome our special guests from Louisville today, Charlotte Whitaker and Scott Wigenast with the Louisville office of AARP. They came into Pikeville last night and were sharing with me this morning how beautiful our town was and what a wonderful time they've had so far. So we do want to welcome them, and of course we hope that you come back and stay with us and enjoy some of our great shows that'll be during the 2020 season here at the App. At this time, I would like to introduce Mayor Jimmy Carter. He and the Pikeville City Commission are the visionaries behind these projects, and they continue to lead the city to a bright future. Mayor Jimmy Carter.
Good morning, everyone. What a great day. And it's not snowing in the middle of January. It's great. Today we're celebrating the successful completion of 2 projects that were designed to engage our citizens and visitors in downtown Pikeville. The Appalachian Center for the Arts and Phase 1 of our three-phase 2D streetscape project. Now, that's a tongue twister. But both projects are designed to enhance the quality of life of all of our residents and visitors, no matter what age or physical ability. As everyone knows, Pikeville has been hit hard, like all of eastern Kentucky, in the decline of the coal industry. The Pikeville City Commission and the community leaders came together several years ago and with one of our comprehensive plans to diversify our economy and to work away from the reliance on coal. The Appalachian Center for the Arts and the Streetscape Project are parts of this larger plan to develop our assets in the city. The Streetscape Project will transform underutilized downtown space into an active civic plaza and outdoor arts venue. Excuse me. And make Pikeville a more walkable community. In Phase 1, the empty plaza outside the App, if y'all have noticed, that's really transformed from what it was, with converted into a gathering place complete with seating, a shade canopy, and pedestals for art installations, and landscaping. It has gone from bland to beautiful land, which will be alive with people and activities. The Appalachian Center for the Arts was organized by the City of Pikeville in April of 2019 to provide year-round performances and educational opportunities in both the performing arts and visual arts for people of all ages. After being in existence for less than a year, the app has gone above and beyond expectations for a small town's arts center. The staff has produced professional theater, brought nationally known talent to the community, presented productions to reflect the history and culture, and offers outstanding educational opportunities in theater and dance. The 2020 season will even be stronger, as Robin has just come back from New York, and I think she's got some really good plans for that. You know, something like this doesn't happen by accident and by overnight, so we've had a lot of partners that keep us going these projects. First, I'd like to thank Minta Trimble, who will be speaking a little bit more about downtown here in a little bit, and Kathy Atkins, who were really the ones that instigated this, this grant and started it forward. Also, if it wasn't for the AARP, we thank you all so much. And I just got some more information that there was a lot of applications that came through this, and I'm sure you're going to touch on that. I was overwhelmed by how many thousands of applications, and Pikeville was a recipient. I don't want to steal your thunder, I'm sorry. But it was really taking me back a lot back. So thank you to AARP. We couldn't do it without you to help Appalachia move forward. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
There, you left your paper up here and it's got it.
Messed everything up.
It's okay. We got it. Next, I want to introduce to you our Main Street Director, Minta Trimble, and she is going to talk to you a little bit more about the Streetscape project, how it started, and where we're going to go from here. Minta.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Mayor. The Streetscape project started out of conversations held during probably Pikeville Main Street Board meetings, along with the City of Pikeville and the mayor being on the board and listening to our wants and needs, and that resolved in something in the word of creation of called placemaking. So placemaking is a term used to define things that you do in your downtown to create destination places. It gives us an opportunity to create the best of what our public spaces have to offer. It capitalizes in community assets, inspiration, and the potential of what we see in our downtown. Placemaking makes the best use of spaces to enhance pedestrian experiences. And that's one of the words that we have tried to create and instill in our downtown businesses. We want to offer an experience that you'll go home, tell the story to other people, and say, you know, Pikeville was a wonderful place to visit. They've done this, they put lights up on the street on 2nd Street, they had beautiful murals downtown, and they've just had the most beautiful plaza there at the Appalachian Center for the Arts that open their doors to different artists and different people in the community that can come there and experience things. And again, tell the story of what Pikeville is about. But the most crucial part of placemaking is placemaking equals downtown beautification, which equals economic development. Economic development is the core, the essential part of how a downtown exists through local business. The City of Pikeville realizes the importance of place economic development. We're planning for the future, and we recognize the critical importance of the quality of life that attracts entrepreneurs and local businesses. The app is located in the heart of our downtown incentive area. Recently, the City of Pikeville adopted an ordinance to proclaim that we have an incentive district. We are seeking new business. We want people to be here. We want the app to be the door that people walk into as they're visiting a local restaurant, as they're shopping, as they're experiencing downtown. So our goal is to bring experiences and businesses to Pikeville. And you can see on the two boards here, the first phase is outside of the 2D Street District, but the second and third board here also give you a representation of what's to come as we walk into hopefully another opportunity, maybe another ARRP grant. Maybe. We hope to continue our phase of the street project, and this kind of, just like I said, gives you an idea of what that can be. This is 2nd Street. This continues on down 2nd Street into Dueling Barrels. It creates a beer garden, walkability. You see the pavers, the street, the wide curblets, the trees. It promotes the whole sense of wanting to walk around and experience downtown. And as you look into this one, this is the Division Street side. This is at the beginning of Main Street. It's an amphitheater that makes outdoor entertainment. It also creates the representation of the Bodanis Overlook project. So as you can see, through the mountains, through the cut through, that we then end up at a water feature, which will be on the corner of 2nd and Division, to give another quality of life experience to children and everyone that wants to see a place to sit and enjoy downtown. So this is what it's about. This is about how we have used the funds from the ARP and how we're meeting our needs of downtown as a destination. Thank you.
Minta, thank you so much. I know a lot of people come into town, and now that the plaza is completed, they always ask how that came to be and where it came from, and then we're able to share our vision for the rest of the 2D project. So look for many things to continue to happen in this particular area. Robin Irwin is the Executive Director of the Appalachian Center for the Arts. She relocated with her family to Pikeville from just outside of New York City to create a new venue for the arts in our Appalachian community. And as the mayor said, within a few months, she has brought us a wide array of performances, including professional theater, music, and comedy. She has truly brought this building to life, and we look forward to the Apps 2020 season. So this time, I would like to welcome our next speaker, Robin Irwin.
Thank you, Jill. I want to point out that all of the points of the font they're probably at all like 28. So the ARP is really, we're on board because everyone, we have big font because we don't want to wear our cheaters right now. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate this beautiful new public plaza. We want to thank the AARP not only for their extraordinary generosity, but for their commitment to cultivating downtowns as vibrant centers of commerce and communal gathering. This is a vision that the city of Pikeville shares, a vision of a downtown is bustling, that draws families and friends, neighbors and newcomers into a welcoming place of local shops, local food, and civic and cultural excitement. It is this vision which created the Appalachian Center for the Arts, or the APP, as it's so known for short. And our mission is to create a thriving regional arts hub in Pikeville by championing, cultivating, and presenting the stories of our town, our region, and our world. Pikeville is a vibrant community, alive with the music of our stories and our ideas. And by nurturing this creativity and embracing innovation, we strengthen our Appalachian family and amplify the human experience. Our 2020 season showcases the diversity which makes up that experience. And clearing my throat. We are currently in rehearsals for the Academy at the App production of The Game of Tiaras, a hysterical send-up of Shakespeare's King Lear, where the Disney princesses battle it out for the crown. Be sure to come. There's all sorts of sword fighting. We're thrilled to announce upcoming productions of our children's series of the beloved classic Charlotte's Web, and all kinds of school groups are coming in. And the Appalachian premiere and the regional state premiere for the tri-state area of Anytown. It's a new musical about a soccer star in high school who gets injured and how her life spirals out of control when she is offered some opioids just to manage the pain. Our main stages this year run the gamut of co-production with University of Virginia at Wise. Michael McNulty, the chair of their department, is here, with the Broadway hit The Secret Garden. A dinner theater production of The Marvelous Wonderettes this summer, and a return of the suitably terrifying Sleep in Safety about the local legend of Octavia Hatcher. And we're wrapping it up with the WAPP Radio Christmas Spectacular featuring the classics A Christmas Carol and A Miracle on 34th Street. A wonderful old-time interactive play with live sound effects, children's choirs, and a visit from Old St. Nick himself. And throughout the year, we have special events like the Appalachian Masterclass of Lion King, featuring current Broadway national tour star Martina Sykes, and an evening with hardcore wrestler legend Mick Foley. And for Hillbilly Days, we have Abby the Spoon Lady, who's also doing educational workshops with buckets of spoons and saws and washboards, and then a concert with the Tater Boys that night. In May, we'll be hosting a night with the Cleverleys, May 1st. Buy your tickets. And they are fantastically funny. They do bluegrass Gangnam Style. They're so funny, you're gonna fall out of your chair. I'm serious. They're hysterical. Plus more comedy and music, and also free events this year with our monthly Pickin' and Grinnin' Nights, where our stage is open to anyone who brings an instrument and just wants to listen to them and play. And a new exciting storytelling program that we do in partnership with the Appalachian Book Company and UK Pike Extension Office. This is an ongoing classes with writing, so all of the arts will be represented. And our goal is to include the visual arts. The 8x8x8 project is the 8 counties of the Southeast Kentucky Chamber, where all the children are, the high school children will be painting from the prompt of George L. Lyon's poem, Where I'm From, the famous Kentucky poet. I'm working on her to get her here too. So all of this, that will also be in the space for Hillbilly Days for 2 months, and then silent auction of their work. We want to present the highest quality of art for all and the widest variety of entertainment and enrichment for the region. So an institution like the App can't happen in a vacuum. We don't get to celebrate the opening of an extraordinary gathering place like this beautifully renovated pedestrian plaza alone. It takes remarkable work from all our staff and teams, Paul Bowles, Larry Miller, Kelsey, Andrea, Cammie, Chef Wes, Tyler, the amazingly patient and committed commission, Steve Hartsock, Pat McNamee, Allison Powers, Bob Shirtliff, Minta Trimble, Jimmy Taylor, Andy Linton, the members, and then of course our fearless leaders, Philip Ellswick and Mayor Jimmy Carter, who is bona fide fan. And don't forget, I know you're going to get out here and dance. I'm still going to get you out here. And of course, a special thanks to Kathy Atkins, who shepherded this project from conception. And I'm telling you, I grant write, my husband grant writes, and a lot of you all grant write. Sharon Hall, you grant write. A bunch of y'all folks, y'all grant write. And boy, it's really hard. And to shepherd a project from conception to completion. Rusty Justice, awesome. How your contractors, your guys were awesome. My team is unflagging in their dedication. Eric Buckley, Shannon Deskins, by the way, hi Shannon Deskins. Shannon Kirkpatrick Daniels, James Cantrell, my part-timers who just are dedicated and unflagging as well. Matt Kahn, and the fearsome Gabe. They're all, and of course, the AARP, to making real-world financial and emotional commitment to our town centers and the beating hearts of our economic and cultural lives and communities. And also, I want to give a shout out to Paula Smith, who is doing everything on the 8x8x8 project with me, and she is going to all the principals, all the schools in the 8 counties. It takes a village to make art happen, and art is for all. So thank you, AARP, and I'm excited to be at the helm. Thank you.
Robin, thank you so much for your words. And I'll tell you, if you've never had a chance to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with Robin about her love of the arts and her vision for this space, do yourself a favor and take the time to do that, because you will be delighted. That was just a taste of what she does. As we mentioned, we could not have done this without AARP, our beautiful plaza there. And Rusty, your guys and you have done an amazing job and a quick job at that. And we just really want to thank you for your patience and your vision and your work ethic, because it's amazing what has happened out front. At this time, I'd like to introduce Charlotte Whitaker. She is visiting with us, AARP Kentucky State Volunteer President. She's from Ohio County and retired from state government. Charlotte.
Wow, what an exciting morning to be in Pikeville, Kentucky. First of all, I want to say thanks to our Mayor, Jimmy Carter, City Manager, Philip Ellswick, all Pikeville commissioners, Jill Dotson, Kathy Atkins, and everyone else that has made phase 1 of this project happen. Let's give these people a big hand. If you do not know AARP today, you're going to know AARP before you leave here today. We have almost 450,000 members across the state, and 7,000 of them are in the state of the county of Pike County. So that's huge. We work very closely with retired teachers, and we are making a difference in our Commonwealth. AARP is working nationally and locally to foster livable places for people of all ages. I like to say from stroller to walker. Today's ceremony is one example of how communities are growing and becoming more age-friendly and livable for all ages. Pikeville's $30,000 challenge grant is the largest to date in the state of Kentucky. We're making history today, folks. We have seen so many results here in Kentucky from the AARP Challenge grants program. And AARP is so honored to be able to take these checks across Kentucky. Kathy asked me to share with you how this all came about. Last year, 29 applications were filed in the state of Kentucky, and we have a Kentucky delegation that judged these, and we narrowed it down to 10. And these 10 were sent to Washington. So the decision was not made in Kentucky. It was made in D.C. for Pikeville to receive this $30,000 check. So Kathy, you've done a great job, and your team. I know it does take a village, because we've seen these projects across the state that have just made such a difference. I know one was with Mayor Fisher in Louisville. It was a street downtown there with 3 lanes of traffic both ways and senior housing on both sides. So they took their money and put benches facing each other. They put more lighting. And one of the lady commissioners who's very pro-senior, and now I'm from Hartford, and we only have 2 stoplights, so we don't have this problem, but people crossing the street had to look at that clock, that 15, 14, 13. She raised it to 25. Didn't cost a penny there. So those people can get across that street without getting run over if they're on a walker or in a wheelchair, to give them more time to get across that street. That's just one of the many things. Danville has received 2 challenge grants. The grant applications will open in April. So it won't be long to perhaps fill out another application for next year. Danville did an intergenerational day, downtown Danville. So there were these families that brought their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren, and they painted on a mural. And then they brought a professional artist in to pull it all together. And then after that, it was called the Heart of Danville. And all the prom kids came there to have their pictures made after prom. There's been weddings there, and there's been a writers guild there. So, and that was just an $800 grant. But look what the city of Danville did, just like the city of Pikeville. You have people that want to move your city forward, and I honor all of you for that. We're proud of the grants that were awarded in Lexington, Danville, Louisville, Bowling Green, Northern Kentucky, and now here in Pikeville. AARP Kentucky volunteers are working with communities across the state, bringing people together and providing resources and expertise to help make Kentucky's counties, towns, and cities great places to live for all ages. In closing, these AARP Quick Action Grants are making pedestrians safer, providing opportunities for social inclusion, adding new public art and murals, and community gardens, and even more. We are so excited for the future of Pikeville and for our Commonwealth. We thank you all for the work to bring this grant to Pikeville and help build a more livable community serving all ages in Pike County. God bless you. Thank you.
Our commissioners that are here with us today, Bob Shirtliff, Steve Hartsock, Allison Powers, I don't know if Pat's here, could y'all make your way down to the stage for a moment? We'd like to have the official presentation of the check. And Mayor Carter, if you would step over.
Charlotte.
Hi. As you see, you've got a lot of information today. You have dates to mark your calendar for the 2020 season of the Appalachian Center for the Arts. Charlotte, I know you and Scott and your team are going to come back and visit us at some point. Mayor, you have, and Kathy, the date that we can reapply for another grant, so we're going to mark that on our calendars too. We do want to thank you all for being with us so much today, and if this is your first time inside the Appalachian Center for the Arts, welcome. I hope that it is not your last, and certainly Robin hopes that it's not your last time. I do want to say a big welcome to Donovan and Debbie Blackburn with us today, and of course Governor Paul Patton, who is always so supportive of everything that we do in the city. Thank you both for being, 3 of you, for being with us today. thank everyone, our speakers that have joined us. And now we'd like for you all to join us outside as we officially cut the ribbon for the Appalachian Center for the Arts. But don't leave after that, because we have some wonderful refreshments provided by Heavenly Donuts, our new bakery in town, Soul Good Bakery. If you haven't been there, we want to invite you to try out some of her scones and lobby. And of course, Wes Hutchison and his team at the Appalachian Wireless Arena always do such a great job providing all kinds of goodies for us at our events. So we'll go outside and then come back in for refreshments. And don't forget to stop by the display from Rustic Roots on 2nd, handcrafted Appalachian arts, for some of her things. And then please go upstairs and see the wonderful art provided by our students and the quilts that have been handmade from Bridget at Bridget's Quilt Shop. So we'll go ahead and take our event outside, and then make sure you come back inside. Thank you so much for being here.